was recruited to the worst and most dysfunctional comp pro team of all time. There was one task at hand: to save their season. If you missed last episode, I made it to the SEBA Pros. This is basically the brand new NBA 2K League since the 2K League came to an end last season. All of the best pro-am players in the world are in this league. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, and subscribe especially if you want to see more comp pro-am content. In the draft, I was selected in the 4th round to the Older Gods to play Lockdown. This is a team that only had 3 draft picks, a 1st round and 2 4th round picks. There's 5 rounds total in the draft, and for a team like us, we only had 3 players. So after the draft, all the teams are allowed to pick up free agents, and that's exactly what we did to fill the remaining spots on our roster. I was drafted to an organization set for a complete rebuild and tank job this season. Game 1 of the season, which was in last episode, we were playing great up until the point where my game crashed and they were forced to finish the game with an AI player. We started out 0-1. But in the very next game, we took out a solid team and bounced back, winning a game 60-56, which made our record 1-1. Now, this was the last of the games that I've already shown on my YouTube channel, but we have a full 18 game season ahead of us, and if we want to make the playoffs, we have to win about 10 games. By the way, I stream all of my pro games on Twitch, not YouTube, so if you want to see them, I'm live every night around 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern. There's a link in the description. It's twitch.tv/solo_. Go through, say what's good, and drop a follow. If things weren't already looking bad, as we were forced to pick up multiple free agents to start our year, in a league where I'm competing against former 2K League pros and teams with multiple top picks in the draft on the same team, our 1st round pick and point guard, Devin God, didn't show up for game number 3. We had to pick up another free agent, and now all of a sudden, I'm looking like the best player on the team in the pros as a rookie and a 4th round pick. We won 71-67 in a hard fought and back and forth game. We're now 2-1 and headed into game number 4, which was played on the same night. So we were still without Devin. We were going up against one of the worst teams in the league, and we ended up losing to them 62-55 in a game where I was almost our leading scorer. As a Lockdown, that's never a great sign for a pro-am team. Our guards were shut down and our offense looked stagnant. We're now 2-2 and entering game 5 against our divisional opponents, Protect Ya Next. So this is a big game for us, and lucky for us, Devin was back and ready to play. We won the game 57-43 in a dominant performance from us defensively. I had 3 steals, Manny had 4 steals, and things were looking good as we were now 3-2 and leading our division. Game 6 was against the same team, and we won 60-56, making us 4-2 on the year. This season is going way better than expected, but this is where things take a turn for the absolute worst. Before I show you what happened, we have a quick word from today's sponsor. If Brock Purdy gets 1 yard this Sunday, you win money on Underdog Fantasy if you sign up using code SOLO. Underdog is simple. You just pick higher or lower on your favorite player's stats. As you guys can see, I made 8 different picks, and I put $10 in it, which would turn to $824 if they were all correct. The more picks you get right, the more money you make. They also have fantasy drafts for every single sport. You guys can see the Thanksgiving themed fantasy drafts. I'm recording this before Thanksgiving, so this has already passed, but they do a bunch of different drafts. They're really fun. By signing up with code SOLO, you'll not only get the Brock Purdy 1 yard special, but you'll also get it to $1,000 in bonus credit. Make sure to use code SOLO. Sign up. Let's have some fun, but be sure to play responsibly. Our center got into beef with someone, and our coach decided to swap him out for a new free agent named Cam. Game 7 was his debut, and we lost 67-60 in a game versus former 2K League pro Spamuel, aka Eyeball Spam. Now we're 4-3, and in game number 8, our 1st round point guard Devin God was once again a no-show. We were forced to scramble last second and pick up another free agent, Chef's Persona, for this game. We got absolutely flooded, 73-51. This makes us 4-4. Our great start to the season is starting to dwindle away. The next day, we played game 9, and by this point, I was the only drafted player still showing up. Evan was unavailable, and Manny was dealing with something. So this means that I'm playing with 4 undrafted free agents with our season on the line. As expected, we lost 59-54 in a game in which I led our team in scoring, which again, it's never great when your Lockdown is your leading scorer in Comp Pro-Am. I also had 3 steals, but it wasn't enough. We're now 4-5 and playing our next game against the same team. Of course, we lost. It was 77-59, and things are starting to look really bad. This brings us to game 11 with a 4-6 record. We need to win now if we want to turn our season around. This is a very big game because we got my team, the Older Gods, going up against the Knuckleheads, who at this point, the Knuckleheads are about 5-5, and we are 4-6. You guys can see Deke, Ryan, myself, Coco, and Cam. Of course, they were all undrafted. So I'm playing alongside 4 free agents. It's going to be tough. And we're going up against a very solid team with another consecrator at point guard in Marauder. Some of you guys may have heard of him before. He's a smaller creator, and this is going to be a really good game. We always have some good games, especially when I'm on lockdown going up against Marauder and I gotta, clamp him up. And we got our season on the line, so we have to lock in. But again, it's going to be tough because every other team has a bunch of drafted, top players in the league, and we're out here picking up free agents, scrambling right before games to try and, even field a team to send out there. And you guys can see Cam getting the layup to tie it up 2-2. I'm pressing Marauder full court. He's throwing the back door. They're going to go ahead and miss the layup. We come down with the board. Deke coming down to run the offense. I know we haven't shown much of the, full games. You guys are going to see right there. We miss a layup. There's going to be a lot of just, I'm gonna be honest, some low IQ plays, but you can't really expect us to be a God squad when, again, we have one drafted player in myself. Right here, Ryan gonna bring it into the paint, hit me in the corner. I'm gonna reset it up top to Cam. Cam waiting, gonna hit Coco on the back door as we do get the lead 4-2 in a very big game. They get a corner pocket 3. We cannot be allowing that to happen. Cam pulling up. That is a crazy one very early. That had no chance of going in. And Marauder's going to go around the screen, miss a shot, but we don't get the board. Second chance points are going to be very bad. Marauder's going to be calling a lot of plays, so we got to be ready for it right here. Cam just kind of doubles Marauder. Not really sure what happened there. I think he reached deep, going for it. Whoa, very tight. Things are looking crazy to start this game, but Ryan luckily does come away with the steal. Coco, top of the key. That is a moon ball. What is going on? Very early, very tight. What's happening right now? What am I witnessing? Like, this is kind of what we've been dealing with all season. Again, they're really not like bad. Like, I guarantee they'd probably beat a lot of y'all, but like very tight. Very earlys. It's looking very troll to start this must-win game. Marauder, top of the key. They are finally set up their offense, and they're going to go ahead and up down at Meter Dan with the dunk. Now, we're going down low to Cam. He does get the layup, but things are not looking good whatsoever to start this game. We just got to take open shots. We got to take good shots, give ourselves a chance, and Gabe right here crabbing our shooting guard. Oh my God. We got to get a stop. We got to give ourselves a chance. Again, open shots, like, that's just crazy. What are we doing? As Cam gets blocked in the paint with the layup attempt right here. I'm trying to press Marauder. I'm getting clipped. We're gonna have to switch it. I believe that is Ryan is gonna be the shooting guard, so he is now guarding Marauder, and they're gonna take another slip. So now we are down 6-17. Deke left wing got it to go as the quarter basically is coming to an end. It is 9-17, but this game is not over. You guys can see Marauder is over 3 to start, but he does have 5 assists. He is going to be a playmaker, so we got to be ready for that. And our team is just not shooting good whatsoever, as I believe that is Deke going to get a front fade to go. 11-17. Marauder driving in, going to kick it, and we do get a steal. Cam coming away with it. We're running the break. Deke snatches back, top of the key, didn't get it to go. We need to stop ball. Looks like they're not going to get a break here. Marauder right wing. I'm just trying not to get hit by that screen. I do go above it, but Marauder just drags it out to the right wing and gets the 3 to go. 20-11. We do get a dunk there. Now we are down by 7 again. We gotta stop the bleeding. We cannot let this game get out of hand, as I get a big steal and take it all the way myself for the dunk once again right here. Once I'm bumping him, I'm just waiting for him to dribble it back across into me, and he of course does. A lot of guards, sometimes if you see that, I'm trying to give you guys advice, just keep running straight. If there's a lockdown bumping you on one side, bumping you on the hip, don't dribble into him, because someone like me, I am plucking that all day. Right here, we get a front fade, not going to go, but Cam does come down with the board, resetting it up to Ryan as he is dancing top of the key, trying to get a shot here. We have 6 seconds, 5 seconds. He pump fakes the open and then throws it out of bounds, but it is our ball. 2 seconds. Deke from deep. Got it. That's a huge shot to make it a 5-point game. Marauder dragging it over to the right, and once again Cam's gonna reach, and they have the easy back door right here. I'm gonna hit them with the back door to make it a 5-point game. At this point I have 4 points. One steal, I believe. Nothing too crazy. Ryan gonna take the dunk there. It is a 3-point game, and if we can somehow get the lead before halftime, that would be really good. Now here they're gonna hit meter dam, and they're gonna do what looks like a fake bucks, which if you don't know what a bucks is, that's basically where you hit the center to the top of the key, and then both guards wrap around, and you try to, you know, create some confusion from the lockdown, which is me, and of course my shooting guard who's playing on that left zone on the top. You just try to, you know, get him a little confused, but we say that all the time in comp prom, so it's nothing special there. Right there, I'm playing the slip. I call a full switch because we hadn't shown them that yet. That's another big thing about comp prom. You got to give defenses, or offensive, I should say, you got to give them different looks. So as a lockdown, of course, I'm getting better and better, and I'm always learning. And you just got to give different looks. If you're giving an offense the same look every single time, they just know what to expect. Right here, Cam drops out of the corner, but luckily they missed the open. We have the lead now, 28-27. Hemalok is going to foul. I believe that is Ryan or Deke, I'm not sure, but we get free throws and they inbound it out of bounds, so we get the ball right back. We are once again in the bonus. Deke dribbling top of the key for 3, missed it. Marauder with the board. Marauder really not doing much here in the first half. I have pretty much shut him down. This is looking like a bad game for Marauder, as he was having, or is having, a pretty good season up to this point. Deke top of the key. We got 6 seconds. We are trying to take the last shot. He's just kind of dancing. Crab, that should be an open shot as it is, but he missed it. Cam with the board. Not enough time, and we are up by 1 at halftime with our season on the line. Marauder, 5 points, 2 for 7, 1 for 6 from 3 with 4 turnovers at the break. I have 2 steals. A couple of my teammates also have a steal added in there. And our offense is looking okay, but I know it can look better. Corner dot right there, not going to get it to go. We need that. Marauder running the break. He is just going to try and take it all the way, and Deke comes away with a big steal. Let's slow it down, make sure we get a good shot. He snatches back and gets the 3. Things are starting to look good. They were looking crazy to start. We were shooting very tight as Coco gets the steal with their hit. Bro, oh my, we had a lot of open people right there, but he unfortunately does not hit any of them, but we do luckily score that possession. But yeah, the game started. We were shooting very early, very tight. The defense was looking popped, but we're turning it around. They get a backdoor. It is still a very close game. They're throwing it all the way across to me in the corner. I'm trying to hit the open man. Swing, right corner. Missed it, but Cam gets the board. Second chance points are always good. We have a 6-point lead. Marauder trying to get something to go as I push him out of bounds, but the ref calls a blocking foul. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. They are absolutely boxed here, and I'm tipping it out of bounds. They do not have anything going offensively, as we do come over with the steal there with 1 second. Coco down to me for the dunk. Now I have 8 points, I believe 1 or 2 steals. Ryan with a steal. We are off to the races, running the break, and now we have a 10-point game and a must-win game. I didn't come away with the steal there, but Coco tips the lane. And down to Ryan, over to me, left wing, 2-way tenacity. Bang! We are up by 13. I'm surprised they didn't call a timeout right there because they need one. They have absolutely no momentum as they miss 2 times in a row. We come down with the board. Cam throwing it down to Deke for the midi. We finally do miss one, but Deke gets the offensive board, bringing it out for 3, and he shoots a very late. This is bad because I let him get off cold. I let them get a little momentum right there, but you know, it's tough to stop breaks, especially when you got someone like Marauder or one of these great shooting guards just leaking out, you know, on the break. It's tough to stop that. But I did gamble in the lane right there, giving up the 3. Marauder midi fade on our shooting guard, gonna get it to go. 10-point game. We just need to keep this lead. Take it slow, take open shots, take good shots. There's a big 3, as now it's a 13-point game. Marauder trying to find something. He does have meter Dan swinging it out to the corner. That's a big shot. 10-point game, keeping them in it. Deke top of the key. That's a crazy one. 17 seconds, and again, they are running that break. He's shooting right over me. I'm not sure how that wasn't at least a lightly contested shot. Right here, I get the backdoor, timing the layup and making the light pressure. That's a huge one, because if we miss that, they're running the break. Probably score off it, and all of a sudden it's a 9-point game where it could have been a 5-point game if I missed that layup. So that's a big one. Marauder driving in, gonna kick it down to Hemalok, trying to find something. Marauder in the corner. I'm just playing with my hands up in case he does decide to pass it, and he does pump or pass fake it. I probably would have tipped it if he threw it. Up top to Gibb, trying to find something here. I rotated over to the corner as the corner was open. and now they got 2 seconds. I mean, they are clamped. I mean, to start the game, it was looking bad. They were getting off to the break to score their points, but now, oh my God, we're giving haircuts out here, just throwing it at his face, and he is not gonna get the steal. He was slightly late there. As I am now up to 17 points, and we are playing clamps. We are playing lockdown on defense, corner 3. You already know that is good. We are right now one of the best shooting locks in the entire league as a rookie, and it is going to continue as that guy reaches Cam, throwing it all the way down to me again for another corner 3, and all of a sudden, this game is getting out of hand. They're just kind of stat padding. I don't even know what's going on here, but they get confused on our wrap, and Deke misses the shot. They're throwing it down. Gib, corner 3. They need that one to go, and they don't get it, but they do get the putback. 13-point game. This is not over. I'm going to the back door. Marauder cannot stop me in the paint. It is now a 15-point game. I'm up to 25 points on lockdown. Make it 27 as I take the dunk. 2 minutes to go, and all of a sudden, we are almost up 20 points. This is starting to look crazy. Another backdoor Marauder is sleeping in that corner. A minute 46 to go. I don't know how I didn't get that steal. Marauder with a miss. I know he's rattled at this point. He's a point guard that plays with a lot of emotion, and this type of a loss is rattling right here. I did not expect to get the ball, and also I had not missed up to this point, but I do get my first miss. We get the offensive board. I shoot the 3 again and drain it. 32 points in a huge victory as we take out the knuckleheads and move on to 5-6 on the season. 20-point win. You guys can see I am the player of the game, stepping up when we need it most. Again, 4 undrafted free agents, undrafted players playing alongside me, but we found a way. I stepped up big time. Basically shouldn't have missed, but I did miss that one. 14 for 15 from the field, 32 points with 3 steals. Marauder was shut down in this one. After an absolute dominant 32-point performance, willing our team to a wild win, our coach Zach decided to trade our 2nd-round pick in the next draft for a new center and former 2K League coach J.K. Devin God was back for game 12, but it didn't matter because he was 1 for 6 from 3 with 10 points, and we lost 71-62. I had 16 points on lockdown with 2 steals added in, and our team was now 5-7. With 6 games left, we had to win about 5 of them if we want to make the playoffs. Game 13 was a flood, but not for us. We lost 70-54. I was once again our leading scorer with 18 points out of the corner with 4 3-pointers and 2 steals. Game 14 was our final chance, but we were versing the team that ended up making it to the finals and losing in the Rushing Elephants. We of course lost to them 71-58. This officially eliminated us from playoff contention and ended our season. I did the math, and I played with 12 different teammates in 14 games. Majority of the other teams played with the same 5 every game, maybe making 1 sub every few games. I feel like this season was a setup, and I was never able to get chemistry with my teammates and get in a groove. We basically had a new starting 5 every single night we went out there. To end the season, the league decided to fire my coach, and my new coach wanted to start fresh, so he decided to not keep me and put me back in the draft pool for the next season, which is honestly probably a good thing. One of the cool things about this league is that they keep track of all the stats. So as a rookie in the pros, I played in 15 games. I had 11.7 points per game, which is pretty good for a lockdown, and I had 1.7 steals per game, while also being one of the best shooting lockdowns in the entire league. My sophomore season in the pros is right around the corner, and spoiler alert, it's already started. If you want to watch the games live, there's a link in the description to my Twitch, twitch.tv/solo_. I stream all the games most nights around 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern. Subscribe if you haven't already, because the next Pro Am video will showcase the Season 2 draft and determine my future in this league. See y'all soon. Click the video pop up on your screen right here if you haven't seen it yet.